Hi there, I'm Dr. David Rothbart. I'm the Medical Director and Founder of Spine Team Texas. I hope you find today's presentation on workplace ergonomics and prevention of common back problems very helpful.
Hi, my name is Justin Keller. I'm a physical therapist and Director of Physical Therapy at Spine Team Texas. I'm going to talk to you about ergonomics at your workplace. Some simple things that you can do to improve your ergonomics at your desk. Most people, when they sit at their desk, do several things wrong. For example, they have their chair too low and the monitor is too far away from them, so they're looking at their computer like this. This will cause neck pain, back pain, and just overall discomfort. There's some really easy things that you can do to help both your neck and your back. First, you want to raise your chair. Ideally, you're going to have your hips at or slightly above your knee position. So you're going to have a downward slope like this. The next thing you want to do is sit back in your chair, scoot all the way to the back of your chair, and then put a lumbar support into your chair, such as this. Slide that to the top of your hips right at your belt line. This will allow you to sit up nice and straight. Next thing you want to do is bring that monitor forward. Put it so you can see it comfortably. It should be about an arm's reach away, okay? And the other thing you want to do is make sure that you're looking at the top of the monitor. So use a riser. Put something under the monitor, such as this block, to bring the monitor up to me for a better visual appearance. And when you're working at your desk, make sure that you try to keep a right angle at your elbow so your arms and wrists are straight, such as this. This will promote good lumbar support and better neck position to decrease your pain during your workday. For some people, to improve your comfort, you can use a step or a slight riser to place your feet upon while sitting. This will improve your sitting posture and will allow for proper alignment of your hips and your knees and your lower back. If your job requires you to use the telephone for extended periods of time, using a headset will greatly decrease the discomfort that you have in your neck, as well as free up your hands to allow for other tasks, such as typing and writing. By keeping your neck in a natural position, you'll decrease your neck and shoulder discomfort and pain. I'm going to talk to you today about lifting. The important components of lifting are the neutral spine posture. I'm going to define that with a golf club. Before lifting any objects, you need to define your neutral position. By placing a golf club along your spine, you're going to try to think about 3 points of contact: your tailbone, your mid-back, and then your head. When I'm lifting an object, I want to remember these three points of contact to perform proper lifting mechanics. So if I'm going to lift something off a shelf here, I want to think about keeping those points of contact the whole time. Improper lifting mechanics might look like this. When I maintain my neutral spine posture, I protect my back. When I lose that position, I have a potential for injury. If I'm lifting something heavy in nature, I need to squat through my legs and keep the object close to my body, such as this. If the object is large or bulky, I may need to kneel on the ground and then perform the lift. If I do it improperly, it could look like this. And that could hurt my back. Pushing and pulling are many tasks that you have to do in your daily work. When pushing and pulling an object, such as this cart with some medical equipment on top, make sure that you keep that same spine position, the curve in your lower back, such as this. Stooping over the object, such as this, could result in a back injury. If part of your job entails you working at a counter or an assembly line, you need to make sure a couple things are important. Remember that golf club I was talking to you about. So when I put it along my spine, I want to try to maintain that neutral position. So if I'm working at a counter or an assembly line, I don't want to stoop over this assembly line and move things or cut my food or do whatever I need to do here. I want to think about standing up nice and tall and then just bending through my hips a little bit here and doing the work here. So once again, try to make sure you're like in this position as opposed to this position. Another thing you can do is to place your foot up on a small little step for a few minutes at a time, alternating feet. This will help take a little bit of tension out of your lower back. So by having a small little step, maybe 2 inches or 4 inches, this could help improve your lower back comfort. Now I've used this golf club to describe some alignment positions. Let's review this just a little bit more to make sure you understand what I'm talking about. So I've talked about 3 points of contact. Those points of contact are your lower back, your mid back, and your head position. You have a natural curve in your lower back you want to maintain at all times. That's completely normal, and everyone should have that. So the ideal position are 3 points: your head, your mid back, and your lower back. Through these demonstrations, you may find my head coming forward just a little bit, and that's okay, but you don't want to get that head all the way forward like this. That's a big difference between this position and that position. So if I lean forward to try to do a task, my head's going to come a little bit forward, but that's okay. But what I should try to maintain at all times is that curve in my lower back. So you can kind of see my fingers back in my lower back here, and I'll switch hands there, right through there. You want to maintain that position as best you can. Lifting mechanics are extremely important at all times. I'm going to show you how to lift and to avoid lifting and twisting. Lifting and twisting is a common way that people hurt their backs, and it's something that you can avoid by a few simple steps. First of all, when you lift, keep the object close to your body. Get down to the object. Lift with your legs. Keep your shoulders and your hips in the same position, same alignment, and then set the object down. A couple things that you can do to make sure that you do it properly is keep the load close to your body. Don't reach forward like this. This puts a long lever and a lot of stress to your lower back. And also keep your shoulders and your hips going the same direction. So for example, if I do this with poor technique, I could just set the box here with a twist. Man, that's going to hurt your back. Instead, face the object, set it down. Well, we've talked a lot about mechanics at work and things that you can do to prevent injuries, but there's a lot of things that you can do at home and to protect yourself and to make yourself better. First of all, exercise is extremely important. People should engage in an exercise routine every day for 20 to 30 minutes. It could be as simple as walking, playing with the kids in the backyard, or engaging in some type of resistance training. Next thing you want to try to do is tasks that involve a lot of bending and lifting. Remember the mechanics. Keep your spine in a neutral alignment. This is how that spine should look. That curve in your lower back is a good thing. You want to try to maintain that. The other thing you need to make sure that you do is use ergonomic devices such as back supports, neck supports, occasionally a corset to help protect your back. Those are all safe things that you can do. Finally, if you do get injured, make sure you come see us. We are experts in neck and back treatment, and we'd like to help you out to try to get you back to functioning and to try to protect that back of yours.